And you had already touched upon the importance of customer feedback to inform and improve your team's performance. Are there any sort of pro tips that you would give in terms of finding those nuggets of information that would be particularly useful and motivating to help your employees get even better?
Yeah, so I would say looking at surveys daily is not hard. You don't get a whole lot of surveys. So checking in on those surveys or reviewing them during your one-on-ones. I love programs that show agents their surveys as they come in. It's
Mm.
always nice to get a big kudos as you're having a busy day, and that's kind of nice to get that shout out of a job well done. So I like to make sure that those are available.
I'll give an example of my personal experience and curious if you have any insight in addition to this. I used to work at a direct to consumer store in marketing, and some advice I got from a close friend of mine was don't worry about the 1-star reviews, don't worry about the 5-star reviews, focus on the 3-star reviews. That will have the most information of things that went well and things that could have gone better so that you can turn those 3-star reviews into 5-star reviews. Well, sometimes with the 1-star reviews, it's just everything is totally out of your control, and that person who's writing the review is so far done with your product, and it was the product, it was the time on hold, it was everything, that it's much harder to change those negative experiences into positive. Maybe you feel differently as a customer service leader.
I do feel a little bit differently. I would definitely say don't worry about the ones that are about a policy or a procedure that you can't do anything about, that are out of your control. I do say it's important to look at all of your surveys and question yourself, is there something that I could have done differently in this situation? And how do I make sure that I don't do it again? Or how can I learn from this? Or if they say they gave me the wrong answer, well, I think that's a great learning opportunity. So if somebody gave me a 1 because I did something wrong or gave wrong information, I would want to learn from that. So I would say definitely look at that. Uh,
Yeah,
why wouldn't you look at the 5s? Celebrate yourself. Be proud
yeah.
of yourself for that. We would have TVs where we would run people's surveys. We would have a monthly meeting, and in our monthly meeting, we would put together a presentation of all 5-star surveys and have one for each agent and play a slideshow of all of the surveys. We had a leaderboard promoting surveys. We would give shout outs on surveys. That's part of what I did as a director, is I would see somebody get a great survey and I would reach out to them and congratulate them on what a great experience they provided. So one thing that I do as a leader is I look at all stakeholders involved in every decision I make and everything I do. So I always consider the customer, I always consider the agent, and then the business and how does it impact every single one of them. And so I think that you need to consider the agent in a lot of things that you do and take those
Mhm.
opportunities that you can to celebrate them. And when it comes from the customer, I think it's very meaningful because that's what they're doing. They're there to serve customers. And when that customer responds, which you don't get very often, celebrate it.